Alright, so this morning's already going better than yesterday. I was able to get an Uber, so I'm actually going to get to the park before opening. Yay. That's pretty much it so far. We'll see if the day goes better. Well, so far, it feels like being back at Disneyland. You know, the layout is pretty much identical, but subtle changes, and I gotta say it's not quite as nice as Disneyland, but we'll see how good the rest of the park is, though. You can't, you know, rank it off of just Main Street. That is a good view, though. That's a much better view than the Anaheim Park. So far, this park's a weird mix of the Tokyo and Disneyland park. Kind of interesting, because, like, the courtyard's decently big, like Tokyo's, but not as big as Tokyo's, but I don't know, it's got the statue, I don't know, it seems a lot more like Disneyland in some regards. It's very much a mix between the two parks. So it appears Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is already open. I guess hotel guests get in early, that's my guess. I think Disneyland does that too, so... Oh well, it's a 45-minute wait. That's probably the shortest it's going to be all day. Back row of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I'm pretty sure Disney's fine with filming of the rides. Usually they are at Disneyland, so I would assume they are here. This is kind of interesting. It's kind of like Ninja. Aero suspendeds. Ooh, I like this. Like a modern aero suspended. Definitely feels like an aero suspended. That was pretty fun. Alright, so that was a pretty fun ride. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I don't think it's as good as Expedition Everest, in terms of the Disney family Vekoma coasters, but it was pretty cool. It was kind of like an aero suspended. It's obviously not the way I described the Access, which was similar to an aero suspended, but like a much more extreme version. This actually feels like legit like a newer version of an aero suspended. Alright, so you can see they've drained the rivers of America here. I think that's what it's called here. That's what it's called, Disneyland, and that's what I'm going off of. But now it's time to go do Splash Mountain, where that gets rethemed to Princess and the Frog. Don't know exactly when that is supposed to happen. I've heard it's a little bit far off. Not necessarily happening immediately. But for now, it's still Splash Mountain, so it's time to go check that out. Wow, boats are just coming down on this thing like crazy. I mean, look at how close some of these boats are. That's much closer than the one at Disneyland. They're like probably twice as far in between. Excited to ride this though. Did you know that this soundtrack is different from the one at Disneyland? The Tokyo and Orlando version has more of a Western feel to it, while the one at Disneyland has more of a jazz feel because it's in New Orleans. It's next to New Orleans Square. So that's the difference between that and or the Tokyo and Orlando version and the Disneyland version in terms of soundtrack.
Don't you sit back and come. You just take work absolutely. I'll do all that for the hot suits me.
So I just got off of Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain. Since they're right next to each other, I just kind of hopped in between the two. Waits aren't too long for them. I wait about 10 minutes for Splash and probably 30 minutes for Big Thunder. Not too bad. The Big Thunder here is pretty good. And the Splash Mountain is different from what I expected. It's a lot more story-based than music-based, like unlike the other two. So it's a little bit different. I liked it. Alright, so the next section of the day is Space Mountain, which is now a 50-minute wait. It was 70, so a little bit less. Still not a short line. And it wraps all the way around here, and then does some switchbacks over there, and then heads inside. So it's going to be a little bit.
Or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected mothers should not run.
Alright, so I just got off of Space Mountain here at Disney World, and I gotta say I was actually impressed. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I would say it's not as good as Matterhorn, because it's more similar to Matterhorn than the Disneyland Space Mountain. But it kind of mixes both together. There's some high-speed sections, but it's nothing like the Disneyland one. Absolutely not. That one's crazy. That one's much crazier. And Matterhorn has a lot more laterals. This one had more airtime, which was nice, but not necessarily airtime is the greatest thing, because it had some nice drops. But I think the yeet drop on Space Mountain halfway through the ride is better, and it's kind of weird not having audio. I mean, the Tokyo one doesn't have audio either. The Tokyo one's the worst one. That one was awful, because it's a clone of the Disneyland one too, and the Disneyland one's so good, but the Tokyo one just doesn't do anything. It's slow and it trims on all the block brakes. It's not good. But behind me though, we have Tron. Look at that. I hear everyone that's ridden Tron, like including like Logan and all my friends that have ridden it, said it's really good. So I'm kind of happy that I'm moving here so I get to actually experience it when it opens. Alright, so next up, just finishing off the coaster credits here, which is Barnstormer. It's just to become a roller skater, nothing interesting. What's more interesting is you can get views of Tron from back here.
We have been unavoidably detained by pranky spirits. Kindly remain seated in your doom buggy. We will continue our tour in just a moment.
Alright, so I just did a Haunted Mansion, and that was pretty good. I think I like the Disneyland one better, because I feel like there's more love and care put into the Disneyland one. I mean, you got like the Hatbox Ghost in the Disneyland one, and here it's just an empty spot. It's like, I should probably head this way, there's a parade coming. Like, I don't want to deal with that. No, thank you. I'm surprised we're even doing even a small parade during this time. Ooh. I don't know if I agree with that one. But yeah, it's a busy day, but you know, it's not too bad, because like I'm used to Disneyland before, because you know Disneyland never reopened, so I'm used to it before all that, you know, all this has happened. So you know, the 50% capacity or whatever it's at, 35, I don't know. Everyone tells me it's a different rate. Whatever it's at, it's not as bad as what it used to be, because I'm used to it being like 75-80% capacity, and it's nowhere near that. Alright, so you know, I was saying the other day I wanted to get a Haunted Mansion mask. I was hoping they had one with that wallpaper design. Well, I found one right by Splash Mountain on the exit. They don't have it in the Haunted Mansion store, but they have it in the Splash Mountain store. Interesting. Alright, so Haunted Mansion's Omni Mover system actually worked really well, and they didn't do the pre-show or anything, so it just kind of went through. This is also an Omni Mover, so I'm gonna try this one. Hopefully the wait is less than 30 minutes, which I think it will be.
Ah, what a voice. What a beautiful voice. But let me tell you of that evil sea.
I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far.
That brings us glossitis and max laryngitis, novotion to me. I lived in the past, I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me well a witch. But you find nowadays
Alright, so after a ride on Little Mermaid, I think I'm actually going to head out. It is getting very busy. I wanted to do Pirates, but Pirates is now 70 minutes, and I was hoping it would die down by lunchtime, but it looks like it just got more busy, so looks like I'm going to head out, and I'm going to see if I can get a reservation for SeaWorld, and then I'm going to go to Fun Spot Kissimmee tonight, because they're up until midnight. So I'll head down there, so I'm going to try to do SeaWorld again tonight, and then Fun Spot later after that. So we'll see how that works out, because you have to have reservations for SeaWorld, and they might be out already. Who knows? It is a Saturday, you know, next to a holiday, so there's a good chance.